All right, everybody, welcome in to the John Melvin University Coach Show here at Mr. Gaddy's Pizza Buffet. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you to everybody who comes out and eats here every Monday. With me, my first guest is the defensive coordinator, Coach Malik Trollinger. That's a tongue twister. Too many words there.
Yeah, that's why you just gotta say Coach T, man. You gotta keep it short.
See, everybody called you Coach T, but I'm trying to be a little more formal for
Okay.
the broadcast. So I got to ask you, Coach T, what was your opinion of the defense, how they performed in the last game of the season against LCU?
Man, dude, it was amazing. It was amazing with everything that's going on and adversity that we've been having all year. To see them go out there and play, I got a group of guys that don't quit. They go out there and get everything they got, and to see them, to actually see them finish the season, didn't have any injuries or anything. It's a blessing. It was a blessing to see them go out there and compete for the last time for this year was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anytime you get a game underway is a blessing with all the adversity these guys have faced and y'all have faced. And LCU is no slouch. I mean, they're a ranked team.
Oh my God, 8-1.
Yeah.
They're 8-1. They're ranked 23 in NAI, and to see those guys compete was amazing. Everything that we put in, the hard work we put in this year, to see them go out there and compete with a talented team like that was amazing for us to watch and for me to watch on the sideline as well.
So, what was the message to the your defensive guys? After the final game of the season, what did you tell them?
I was proud of them. I loved them. I was proud of them. To see them go through everything they went through, and I'm telling you, I got a group of guys that do not quit. So the message was just, the season's over. I got a thing that I always say is you see the vision, win the vision, and keep the vision. And it's a reality now. We finished the season. They saw the vision. Now it's time to come back to win the vision and keep it. Get ready for the off season, give them a break, and then go back and hit it strong.
Yeah. So obviously, it's the last game. Can be kind of emotional for some guys, but now that it's all over, now that you're reflecting, what is your take on the season as a whole, especially with the focus being on the defense since that's what you're over.
Um, I'm just blessed, blessed with the opportunity, blessed to be able to coach those group of guys, and to know that that we all came together as one, as a common goal, to do the best that we can and win football games. But not alone just that, be able to change their lives, and to understand that we're building, and now that we have set the foundation. Now let's continue to build our legacy.
So we spoke about your feelings on the season being over, but what was your favorite moment from the season? Now you have the whole picture to look at.
Man, I didn't really have a specific favorite moment. I think going through the journey and going through everything that we've done since February, and then seeing it all come together is my favorite moment. Just seeing those guys coming out and you know they don't quit. They come to practice. They're still having fun. They didn't take a day off. To see that kind of made me happy, and to get me motivated as well, to know that I got a group of guys that's following me. So as long as they're not quitting, I'm not gonna quit either.
Hey, so what are your expectations for the defense next year?
The growth, grow from it. Understand they know the expectations of what college football is all about. A lot of guys, most of the guys on the team were freshmen, so to understand that now they know the foundation. Now they understand what we're looking for as coaches, and also for them to look back and say, okay, this is what I can do better to be better for next year. So my expectation just us to go out there and keep playing hard, the effort, and have the enthusiasm like they did this year. But now understanding that it's time to move on. Now it's time to level up. So for us to be the defense that we want to be, it's time to level up and get to working.
Yeah, and you spoke about how most of the guys are freshmen this year. So what kind of a sophomore leap are you expecting for some of these key returning players?
Leadership. It's time for them to lead now. They understand that as a freshman, everything that was going on, thrown at them with school and all the adversity that we had going on all year. Now you have a playbook of what you're supposed to do and what the season is supposed to look like and how it is to be a collegiate athlete. So now for sophomores, now just take on their leadership and understand that now it's time to grow from what we've been through. And now you're going to have upcoming freshmen coming in, and now they got to kind of understand, like, okay, this is what I went through as a freshman. Now, what can I do? How can I help them to understand that, hey, this is a new thing. They haven't done it before. I just got a year down behind me, so now it's just time to leader and be a leader and lead.
Yeah. So you mentioned these guys are expected to kind of take on a bigger role next year, but explain to me kind of how a full spring and summer is going to prepare this defense to be even better in 2024.
Oh my goodness, to have a whole full spring and a summer for the off season, and to understand that we get to work out now and actually build chemistry and come together. I mean, we had a group of guys that came in for a month. You had 2 weeks to get ready for fall training, and then you had 2 weeks to get prepared for Texas Wesleyan. So being able to have a full season and to rest their bodies and come back and come together, man, I'm excited. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, y'all had guys who were. It felt like you have a game on Saturday and you had a guy joining the team on Friday,
Right.
and I think y'all are kind of crazy for scheduling Texas Wesley week 1.
Yeah.
Another ranked team. You mentioned LCU ranked 23rd, but I think facing a ranked team in the first ever game versus the last game of your first season, a little different.
You gotta call us crazy, I guess.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So, what's the main area of focus this like for the defense that they'll be working on in the off season?
Just be able to basically strength, getting in the weight room, speed training, getting them in shape. I mean, when you have a month to get ready to go against a team like Texas Wesleyan that's now ranked 14th in the NAIA, it's kind of hard. We don't have the off season to actually build up the body, and you got to go through the stage of bulking and leaning and getting ready for speed training and preparing their body to go to war for 10 weeks or whatever, however long the season is. But basically, just getting in the weight room, working out, getting their body stronger. Actually going through a college workout, and this isn't high school anymore, and going through speed training and basically breaking their body down, but be able to build it back up to the form that now when we're in season, we just got to maintain. It isn't just we're bulking and doing all that during the season.
Yeah.
It's time to maintain and get ready through the season for how many games we're going to play.
So you tell me the defense is going to come in next fall 15 pounds heavier across the board?
That's the plan. that is the plan. Whatever it takes for us to be the best defense in the country.
So what are you looking for when you're out recruiting prospective members of the JMU defense?
Watching film and doing all that, people look at the speed and how big they are and all that type of stuff. But me, it's getting them on campus, me actually getting to talk to them, build a relationship with them, understand who they are as a person, and kind of like what I said before. I mean, you come in here, you want to play, just give me your heart. You give me your heart, and I'm going to give you my heart as well, and we're going to build you to be the best middle that we can possibly make. So it's not really a specific thing that I'm looking for. Size doesn't matter. I got a safety, Jeb. He's 5'3", 133 pounds, and he's gonna give you everything he has. So size isn't a thing for me. As long as you can come out here and you give me your heart and you do the right things and do the little things, we'll put you on the field and help you make plays and be the person that you can be.
For sure. So I think you just touched on it a little bit, but my last question to you is, what would your message be to any prospective football players that are watching this and maybe they want to come to JMU or maybe they it's an option for them? What would you tell them?
The message that I would just give is it's an opportunity for you. We had a couple guys that thought they would never play collegiate football, and actually bring here in Crowley. That's what we're bringing to the town. Just give me, if you want an opportunity, just come. Give me your heart. And we're going to do the best we can, not only just leave your legacy on the field, but leave your legacy off the field. One thing that Coach Lee says all the time, we're going to help you be a better man, a better father, a better husband one day. So if you're just looking for an opportunity to come to John Melvin University, we're here. The vision's here now. It ain't no more seeing the vision now.
Yeah.
It's winning the vision and keeping the vision. That's where we're going to go going into 2024. So going to be a Miller Nation. Come find us, man. It ain't hard to find us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you.
That is defensive coordinator Malik Trollinger. Appreciate him coming on. Take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back with head coach Don Lee. everybody. Welcome back in. Got head coach Don Lee with us. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. Did you turn the mic down yet?
A little bit. You're a
Okay,
little bit
all
lower
right.
than me, so we'll see if it's about
Here
even.
we go now. Here we go.
So, a lot of people probably did not get to watch the game against LCU unless they went and traveled there and saw it in person, as it wasn't broadcasted. And I got to admit, I didn't even see the game. So, tell us a little bit about what happened in that game.
Well, I tell you what, we competed. We got off the bus, and from the time we walked from the long walk, the guys got their senior day, and we got just going ahead warming up. And then once we got warmed up, we took one play at a time. And I'm very proud of them because offensively, defensively, kickoff team, we from even the beginning of the whole year, we never give up. We fought, and we played against another tough opponent. And offensively, we did some great things. We moved the ball. We got inside of the 20. We did some good things defensively. We had a couple of big stops. Kickoff team, we had big hits. Return team, we had a good return. Punt team. So, overall, we played really good football. And I know we're young. We're young, and looking back on the season, we're going to learn from it.
Yeah. I would say a big percentage of our players are freshmen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or have never played college football
played.
before. So, like you said, a young team. But, the season's over now, so what was the message like to your players after the last game? I'm sure the message at the end of the last game is a little different from the end of a different game.
Well, I tell you, their coaching staff, I tell you, they really set the tone after the game. Every one of them came up to me and say, we see you guys. We see what John Melvin University is all about. It's character. It's the little things. Keep doing what you're doing. So I was able to take that, from the head coach, from their assistants, their AD, and said, all right, guys, man, that's a tough team who's ranked, in the top 25, saying keep doing what you're doing. You guys are young. You're fighting hard. So what I took away from the game is we here. Like Coach Malik said earlier, there's no more vision no more. And we've laid the foundation. Now it's time to put the bricks on and the blocks.
Yeah, that's a good benchmark, too, for the guys to kind of show them, hey, you're getting recognized by people. This isn't a team that's 0-10 telling you you're doing the right thing.
That's exactly right. And I kind of heard him yelling at him at the end, but that's kind of what my team's been about all year. We don't stop. We don't quit. We go all the way to the fourth quarter. And I guess they really wanted to put a lot of points up, and we did pretty good defensively. We were able to change the field position. So, again, man, my offensive coordinator's learning, my defensive coordinator's learning. I'm excited. I'm really excited about the future of John Melvin University football.
Hey, me too. So now that the season is over, kind of tell me in the grand scheme of things what you thought. Did it exceed expectations, meet expectations? Where are you at?
I get the rest, man. Gosh, I'm tired.
I believe you.
We drove a bus, we taped, we did it all. We from the beginning to the end. We've seen some ups, we've seen some downs. I learned a lot. I'm used to something said a certain way, and this year wasn't nothing the same.
Yep.
From who's gonna play on Saturday.
Yep.
You might get a list. They might not be playing on Saturday. So I had to make some adjustments. I had to pull my ego back because some of the things that I endured, I wasn't used to it. I'm used to a bus breaking down. That's been kind of my whole life of building a program. You might be stuck on the side of the road. But it was a lot of things that we had to make some adjustments on, which was good because we taught our young men, like Coach Malik said, I wanted to teach them, through everything, keep pushing, keep going. So I seen a team and I seen a coaching staff. We've had coaches come, we had coaches go. We've seen it all. You name it. We've seen it all this whole season, and that's what I'm excited about. The core group. I told them before we left to go to this game, it's going to be a core group. Some's going to come, some's going to go. But the core group that's here, that's going to be our nucleus. That's going to build this team, and that's what I'm excited about. Whether it's 15 or whether it's 20, something I might have to run off. We got to make sure we're building the right thing, and I think that we've set the standards, and that was the whole thing about me coming in playing the tough teams is I didn't want to be a post grad. I wanted
Yeah.
to show that in the next 2 to 3 years, I want to play NAI. I wanted to play NAI football, so I played
Yeah.
some tough opponents. And people think I'm a little bit crazy, and I might be. I mean, come on, I played Texas Wesleyan, and they're playing for a conference championship this year. Both of them and LC, they're playing for a conference championship. But it showed the kids the measuring stick. You say you shoot high. You shoot
Yeah.
high. Don't shoot low, shoot high. So I'm excited about what we've seen this year, but I am tired. I need some rest. But I can't rest because I'm getting excited about going into the recruiting part.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to steal your question now.
No. So
I told you now. You're going to change it. Coach Malik's quiet, man.
he's on fire, Coach T. So I did say to Coach T that I think scheduling Texas Wesleyan first ever game a little bit crazy,
Yeah.
a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But I do think the next game was LCC, and you guys beat them 41-0 at halftime. Didn't even play the second half due to rain and everything. But I think that changes things because you teach these guys early on, like, hey, things aren't always going to be easy. Things are not always going to be a blowout. Like, y'all got to get with it.
That's exactly right.
So I think it was a good idea. A little crazy, but a good idea.
Well, I didn't want to set that false illusion, and I know we got fans, man. We got fans. And what I mean by that is you get beat bad and they come back and say, they said you couldn't put no points on the offense. I said, but look, we got fans. 9 months ago we wasn't even in existence, but we have fans. So if you'd have put 70 points up on 8 or 9, 10 games, they're going to want more next year. Man, come on now.
You got some standards to meet.
I got some standards to meet. But now I can build it the way that it's supposed to be built, and that's taking one step at a time. I can say it like this. This ain't my first merry-go-round. I've built and I've also rebuilt programs. Coaches are going to come. Players are going to come. They're going to also go. And when you're building, it's always tough. It is always tough. It's setting the bar high, and that's what I wanted to do, set the bar high.
So now that the season is complete, what was your favorite moment from the season? Do you have one?
I tell you what, Texas Wesleyan, I can go back to LC. Just walking across, I sat at the LC game. I looked down in the corner, sat on the 50-yard line after the game, and I seen my coaches, Coach Doucette, which is not here right now studying, Coach Malik, and the players and the parents just huddled up, man. And that really touched my heart. My wife is in Tennessee, and I'm sitting on the 50 by myself crying. Like me crying. Come on now. The vision, man, is just like that's what we built John Melvin University for. Kids that didn't have an opportunity to play somewhere else. In a 90-mile radius, we gave some kids some great opportunities that they wouldn't have had anywhere else. They might think they would have, but they wouldn't have had anywhere else. But they got to play. They didn't get to sit behind 5 or 6 people. They came in and got a real college experience. And that's what I kind of finna get in trouble. Here I go. That's what I kind of preach to my coaching staff is quit listening to outside. We're not worried about outside. Everybody's asking, is John Melvin real? I said, our kids got an experience. And you can go ask them, did they get cheated? Did their money get taken? We gave them an experience. We went to Miami. We went to Texas. We gave our kids an experience. And that's every sport here at John Melvin University. We're giving kids experience, not only on basketball courts, not only on the diamond, not only in football, but also in the classroom, in chapel. We're changing kids' lives, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I mean, you got some kids that are playing multiple sports.
Multiple.
I mean, we had across the few sports, I think you have a basketball player on the football team, a baseball player on the football team. See some other crossover in the other sports. Baseball and golf, I think, have a few.
Yes.
And so not a lot of schools, I think, would you get to go and play 2 sports.
No. I get my punter. He goes play baseball, and then he comes out on Saturday and he can punt the ball.
Yeah.
And again, he has a lot of looks baseball wise. I know he wanted to play football, but we gave him that opportunity to showcase what he has. Yeah. And again, that's what we're all about.
Yeah. Tyler Nippers is a great kid,
yes,
too.
Great
I've
kid.
had a lot of interactions with him, and he's funny to mess with, too, so hopefully he sees this. But, now I got to ask you, so What are your expectations for next season? What are you thinking?
I want to win. And we had our meeting today as a coaching staff. I said, the honeymoon stage is over.
I like
They,
that.
they looked at me and I said, you had the whole year to mess up. Now it's time to win. And now it's time to build. We've got an off season. We've got a recruiting season. It's time to build. No more crying. No more crying. And I am a butthole, I'll be honest with you. I'm tough to work for. But it's going to be tough now. It's dot your I's and cross your T's, the little things. If you throw something out there, you better be ready to cover it. Offensively, I want to be strong. Defensively, I want to be strong. And as I told my coaches today in the meeting, now this is your opportunity. You can build your offense the way you want to build it. You can build your defense the way you want to build it. We're going to bring the players in. We're going to bring some transfers in. We're going to bring some kids in here that's the reason why the offseason is going to be very important. Some of those ones that was freshmen, if you're not working out this offseason, you're not going to have a chance to start. We're going to bring some beast in here. And I'm not just going to go in a 90-mile radius. I'm going all over now. I'm opening up the doors. Whoever wants the opportunity, here you go, baby. Come and get it.
So you mentioned a little bit about recruiting, and Coach T talked about, working out. Just kind of, if you don't mind, walk me through the timeline from, season's over from right now until the start of next season. What's that like?
We're working on our transfers right now. We open up our transfer week, what I call when that third phase, and then you got the second phase, and then you got the first phase. But when that third phase where you bring them in January. So we want to bring in at least 15 to 20 transfers, and they got to be different makers. Nothing against my kids. I love them to death. Nothing against them. But I got to get some people in here play some football. I got to get a quarterback in here who can throw the ball. I got to bring a running back. I got to get an offensive lineman. I've got to get some people with experience. I've given them their chance. Now they got to come in and compete. If you go home, fine with me. I'm going to bring somebody in. I always tell them this when I'm talking. I can bring somebody in here to look just like you or play better than you. So this is a great opportunity for anybody out there that wants that chance. Receivers, I need playmakers. I don't need nobody to stay on the line. I need playmakers. Secondary, I need people that's going to come from everywhere. We had fun, but how great is it when you're winning? I want to bring them. Defense, I want to bring them from everywhere. I still go back to my philosophy is we had to get away from throwing the ball because we couldn't protect nobody. Plus the teams that we played. I'm not knocking my players. We played a tough conference.
Yeah.
We got in there. So now I've got to compete. So I showed them now I've got to bring people in that can compete with that. I got to bring a solid offensive line in there. I have to bring receivers in there that's just not possession receivers. I want to throw the ball. And when I say throw the ball, I want to throw it 95% of the time, and the other 5 I want to think about it. And what that does is it opens up the run. I want to stunt 95% of the time. That means I want to bring them from everywhere, corners, free safety, strong safeties. I want to drop linemen off. I want to play fast football. We play slow. I want to play fast football.
Well,
I told you I was on fire.
he's on another level today. So, obviously you're talking about, bringing in players, bringing in recruits. Okay, maybe you can improve here or there, whatever the case may be, but I think you flat out just need some offensive linemen no matter what, because that was the position I think where
20 of them, not just 5.
Yeah, we didn't even know if we was going to have enough offensive linemen with injuries and everything.
That's right.
Defense, offense, whatever the case would be, but it seemed like offensive line is going to be a big focus for y'all.
Yes. We started off with it was amazing. In August, we started off with close to 70-plus players, and then we just dropped down to end up at about 40, 45, flirting with that 50. I want to stay in that range while we're too deep everywhere. And if you do that, you can – man, you've seen going out playing against some of these schools. They got 100-plus on the sideline. They beat
0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2.
Yes.
Double
they keep
players
going. They keep going. I'm like, whoa. And most of them beat us on, they just had a lot of people. They're able to move them in and out.
Yeah.
And so that's our goal, is to be 2 deep at every position. Or
Y'all
3
had
deep.
some warriors, man. You got guys playing offensive line, defensive line, every single snap.
Every single snap. We moved the defensive lineman over there, and he played really good the last 3 games at the guard. And I mean, we even Saturday we had to move Jeff in to play guard on the offensive line. And that's, again, I got some great guys. The court is coming back. They said, put me in anywhere, coach. I want the opportunity to play. And that's what I love when I say the core.
Yeah.
The core is the guys that's going to stay around and give me their heart
Yeah.
and go through the offseason and work their tail off.
Well, I was primarily a basketball player as a kid, but one thing I always heard from baseball coaches was, I want a ball player.
Yes.
I don't want you to tell me I'm a shortstop.
Exactly.
So, coach, I'm a shortstop. No, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear I'm a ball player. Can you catch? Don't say no.
No.
You say, yes, I can catch.
Put me
yes,
anywhere.
I can pitch. Whatever you want me to do.
Exactly.
So I'm sure that translates to the football field as well.
And that's what I love, again, about our guys. We were able to move linebackers up to D-line. We were able to move the secondary up to linebacker. We started dropping off, man, and they did not complain. And that's what I love about my core. They did not complain. They just said, give me more, coach, give me more.
So tell me a little bit about how beneficial an entire offseason will be for y'all, because this season, prior to, we had no offseason basically.
All right.
So how's the whole offseason going to benefit y'all?
Very key. A lot of kids are thinking about going home for a couple of days. We can't. We don't have time. We've got to work Monday, Tuesday, off on Wednesday, back at it on Thursday, Friday. We're going to attack the body. I love off-season workouts. I'm a maniac in the weight room. Football is, you can't bulk during season.
Yeah.
You're supposed to bulk in your off-season and maintain in season, because that's how injuries come. So you stretch that muscle out, blow it out, and then you kind of slow it back and bring it back together. And that's our goal, is we want to bulk. We want to bulk. We're going to hit speed, work on speed and agilities. It's going to be crazy. Monday, Tuesday, off on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to even teach them how to eat, what type of food to put in their body, the nutrients. We're going to attack that. And that's what's so good about an off-season. Off-season gets you ready for the games. And then we're going to come in around April and March. We're going to play a spring game if we've got enough. Then we're going to do a little scrimmage right in there, and then we'll be ready to go into August. And then their goal is to maintain. When you send them home for the summer, we give them a workout so that they can maintain from what they've done over the off season.
Yeah.
And then during our season, in season, then we maintain it. So off season is going to be not only just the body, teaching football. And that's what I promise kids that come and play for me is, we're not going to throw you away. We're going to teach you how to stand. We're going to teach you to stand. We're going to teach you the way to walk, how to tackle. We didn't have none of that. So now we can teach the correct way to tackle, the correct way to, just the quarterback, you would think he would know how to throw the ball, some sidearm. And we're going to teach him how to throw the ball. So it'll be one-on-one football all over again.
I love it. So how big of a leap are you expecting? You mentioned the core. So you're going to have guys going from freshman to sophomore year. How big of a leap are you expecting from them?
And that's what's going to determine of what they're doing on the offseason. You can tell when you bring a freshman in, and that's everywhere across the country. That's the reason why a lot of freshmen don't play. The summer, it really tells how good we're going to be in August. A lot of these kids don't even know what weights look like. Some of them couldn't even jump rope. Those are the things that we have to teach. Foot movement, ladders. Those are the things that we got to teach, and that's what's going to determine of what we look like in August. So if they come in and just give me their body, you're going to see a big change. I'm not saying we're going to go out there and win them all. I want to win them all, but we'll play a lot better football than we've played this year, and that's because you had an off season to work.
Yeah. So what's the focus, recruiting-wise? You talked a little bit about bringing some, new players in. Obviously, every year you're going to bring in new players. You're going to bring some in the spring. So what kind of players are you looking for?
Right now we're focusing on transfers and the JUCO kids, but we're looking for that wants an opportunity. Coach Malik said it earlier. We want a kid that wants an opportunity. Like the kid we had come in today, he was from a junior college. He went up there, and he said the story was they had 200 and some kids there. He didn't have an opportunity to play. So we're reaching out to those guys that went off to school somewhere but didn't feel the need. We need them in here this semester.
Yeah.
We need those ones that dropped off that we can build them. So I don't have a type. Man, just give me your heart. You could be Jeb, man, you could be 5'4". If you got a heart, I mean, I can teach you the rest.
Yeah.
So I don't have just a type. I just give me your heart. That's all I want.
The desire to play
Yes,
being
yes.
paramount over anything else.
Yes.
Gotcha. So my last question for you is, what would your message be to anyone who might be interested in playing for you next season? I know I asked Coach T earlier about this, and you kind of spoke on it a little bit. But if anybody's watching this and they're thinking about JMU, what's your message?
When I think about John Melvin University, I think about a place where you're going to be that big fish in a little pond, where you're going to be loved, you're going to be cared for. You can get it from the classroom. You can get it from even coming to your office. I'm just so excited that we have a core group of people who makes John Melvin, and I really love what Mr. Chuck said. One time I said, I want to give them the John Melvin experience. And what he told me was, we're all John Melvin. And that's what I get goosebumps. I get excited about that because that's what we play a valuable part. Like they even asked me to help them in volleyball, to talk to volleyball girls. I said, I'm a football coach, baseball. But that's the love, we can cross over. If you're looking for a place that's going to love you, care for you, and you're not just a number, man, John Melvin is that. Now, we've done our part. We showed people that we are real. We just need people that can come in, believe in us, trust in us, and it's a process. I always tell my coaches when a recruit come in, I want them to show them the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when they come, they can't say Coach Lee lied to them. I want to make sure that they know everything when they walk through the door so they can have a great experience. And that's one thing I pride myself on is we're not going to lie to you. We're going to tell you the truth. We want you to come in and see our campus. We want you to come in and meet our staff. We've got I've been doing this 28 years. We got some great people on staff here, and they're positive about where we're going, and it's growth. And if you're looking for a place that you want to grow, you can tell your kids, this is an opportunity where you can say, I helped build John Melvin University. Georgia, LSU had to start from somewhere. Why not here? Like, I love the word, what Coach been saying this for the last 2 years. You have a place where you can leave your legacy. You can tell your family, and they're proud of you coming to a Christian place. We're not going to beat you over the head with the Bible. We're going to lead by example. And that's what I love about our staff, sitting down. And I love to talk to you. Probably know that. Right?
You're the perfect guest to come on the John Melvin University Coaches Show.
Yes. But I want to say this. We've had a lot of people out there that helped us along the way in the last 9 months. And I hope they're listening. And we would just want to thank you guys, from the first check that we received to a couple of my great friends that I play football with. You guys have helped us. John Melvin is not just about me. It's about all the people who came in, and then from the backers to the town that came in and seen a vision, stayed with the vision. You guys are changing people's lives. Thank y'all so much, and keep doing that because we need each and every one of y'all. It says it takes a village to raise a child, and that's what we're all about, the village.
Yeah. Special thanks to everybody who's helped us out, and a big thank you to you for coming on tonight.
I appreciate it. You said I don't want him back. He talked too much.
No,
turn his
you're
mic
2
down.
for 2. Good trips on the John Melvin University Coaches Show. But thank you for coming on, and thank everybody for watching. And special thanks to Mr. Gaddy's and all of our supporters for helping us do everything that we've done and have this show every week and all that good stuff. So thank y'all, and peace, love, and go Millers.
Go Millers.